Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart and welcome to my channel. And today I'm doing something I'm calling the Legacy Christmas Ornaments, where with my very first granddaughter, Zelda, I have started a tradition of making a Christmas ornament every year on her birthday. Her birthday is so close to Christmas, I thought it would be really cute to have a tradition where I make an ornament for her and for us to hang on our trees. And the years where we don't celebrate Christmas together, we will have an ornament as a reminder. And now while I was making this video over a month ago, I had music playing in the background, so I'm going to have to voice over this video. And what I'll be doing is cutting in spots, speeding up in spots, and also playing music in between. So let's just get started here. So what I've got here is my pillow paint that I'm going to be laying down on that silicone mat, and it's the Glidden 6011N. Now when I make my ornaments, I have an ornament creation going on one side, which is the right side of your screen, and then I have the ornament itself that I'll be placing that fluid art on the left side of the screen. So I have the ornament sitting in a Ryobi drill, waiting for the creation to be poured over the top of it. But in the meantime, I'm pouring down my pillow paint, and I'm going to speed up through this part. And just so you know, this will be my last ornament creation this season. However, I do have ornaments available if anybody is interested in purchasing any of them. I'll show some of them at the end of the video. So this is my first color down, which is a combination of Deco Art Apricot Blush and Artez's Pearl Tangerine Orange. So my paints here are mixed with my pouring medium. My pouring medium is Valspar 833124 combined with Minwax Semi-Gloss Varnish at a ratio of 3 parts paint to 1 part Minwax. I'm showing you here another flat ornament that I did using the exact same color combination. That was my test ornament before delving into these disc ornaments. Now these disc ornaments I get off of Amazon. Definitely check out my description for links to some of the products I use. Now this color here is Artez's Pearl Rose and Deco Art's Rose Quartz combined together, of course, with my pouring medium, probably at a ratio of about 3 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint, mixed to a consistency that when you drizzle it off the stick, it's about a 2 to 3 second trace before it sinks into the paints that you pour it into. And I think I'm going to speed up through some of the rest of this because you don't need to see this on full time. All right, here now on fast speed for the rest of the laying of the paints. My next color is my Golden's Iridescent Bronze, one of my favorite colors. This color gives you cells. I don't care what you do. It's great. Next color is Deco Art's Aloe. And if you're new here, I am a drizzler. I like to drizzle the paints on because I have a theory that they seem to show up better when you blow them out. Last color is Amsterdam's Naples Yellow Dark. And after this color, I'm going to go to my cell activator, and I'm using my American Floetrol cell activator recipe. I have a cell activator creation video 141. I will link it above. In that video, I show you how I mix it, the precise measurements in grams, and all the ingredients that I use. And notice the little amount of cell activator that I put down on there. Now I'm going to blow this out. I'm going to blow straight down into that cell activator to try to get it to open up in as much a circle as possible with a little divot and a ridge. I'm going to aim my blow at the ridge until I get this blown out. I have another really good video. It's video 419. I call it The Art of the Blow. I'll link it above. I tell you how to find your blow in the first place and how speed and angle affect the way your blowout works. And I'm going to put on some music to give you a break from my voice for a minute. And I'm going to speed up through some of this part. So now I'm getting ready to lay on my recycled strained scraps from the year on to the ornament, and that is what I use as my base pillow paint that I float the composition on. And if you haven't seen me before, I have the Ryobi drill, and I have a skewer with a wine cork attached, and then that wine cork inserted into the ornament. And now I'm getting ready to do the scoop. So I'm going to pick the side that I want to scoop up first. And then I'm going to scoop this up with that palette knife. That's a 6-inch palette knife. I have no idea where I got it, either Ace or Lowe's or Home Depot, one or the other. So you're going to scoop away here. You're going to tilt the board and the composition onto the palette knife as best as you can, while at the same time pushing that palette knife into the composition until you have it all on the palette knife. Then you're going to transfer it over to the ornament, starting out fairly flat, getting that leading edge starting to fall off, and then gradually as you go across the ornament, tilting that palette knife higher and higher on an angle till you get to the back side of the ornament, and then you let the last of it drape off the end. And that's all there is to the scoop in place for these ornaments. It takes a few tries to get it right, and if you're not perfect at the bloom yet, I would suggest practicing on a good number of coasters until you get the technique down. And because I wasn't 100% happy with the placement, I'm just going to tip up that drill to have the composition roll back up toward the neck of the ornament. And then basically what you do here is you just let the ornament settle down. You let the paint start to drip down on the back side. And once I get the ornament where I like it and where I like the way the composition is placed on it, then I'll get to work making another bloom on that silicone mat to your right on the video. So that's pretty much all I'm going to share with this tutorial. I'm going to give you a little up close here as it's dripping into the pan there, show you where we are, and then I'll give you an overview of where it finally ends up after I get done varnishing it. I'll wait about 2 or 3 days for this to dry, and then I'll give it 4 coats of gloss varnish from Liquitex, and then I call it done. So that's about it, guys. This is the part that takes a lot of extra time, just letting time go by and gravity play its part on the ornament. And then once I put it to bed, I do check on it a couple times during the evening before I put it fully to bed, just making sure that any drip that's forming at the bottom I get off. And that's about it in a nutshell. I will link at the very end of this video my playlist for other ornaments, and you can see all the different specifics and creations and styles and colors, and decide for yourself which one you want to dive into a little bit more. But in those videos I go into a lot of detail. I went into some detail here, but I show a lot more in those videos as well. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to show you the bottom here so you can see for yourself how the drips start to develop with gravity as time starts to pull the paints down toward the center and form a little bit of a nipple. So there you go, everybody. That's how it's going to look. So everyone, that's a wrap as far as this creation goes, and before I get into the final finish, I'm going to show you the ornaments I have available for sale. If you're interested, I have 5 of these blue ornaments still available. I have the set of the pink ornaments for the breast cancer awareness that turned out really amazing, but they are quite a niche market. I mean, it's a very specific ornament that somebody might want. And then I have several of these really pretty earth tone colors. And now here are the wet results of the disc I created and also the flat one. And the flat one I decided to resin to see how it would turn out, and I am actually really happy with how this looks. And then the final result of the 2 that I varnished for Zelda, my sweet grandbaby, who I'm going to carry on this tradition every year for as long as I can. Here are the 2, finished off with 4 coats of varnish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you're new here, I ask that you join me, hit the bell, subscribe, you'll get all my latest art tutorials. Please leave a comment and a thumbs up, that's always appreciated. And if you can hype the video, I would really appreciate that too. Somehow I think that helps the algorithm. And remember to check out my description for links to some educational type tutorials and also links to some of the products I use. So now with all that said, I think that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.